What's up, MK9? I see you type something, but it's not show. It shows me that there are zero people listening. So I don't know. Hey Laura, I'll let a few people get in here. I think word's already hello JFK, hello Jane. I think word's already getting out that what's up Aussie Pete, hello Donnie, hello PHI, hello Gabby girl, hey Rob. Hey, I see that you're quite the artist. I do a little bit of art myself. Hello John. Yeah, we got a few people in here. I'm guessing word's gotten around, so y'all have maybe heard by now that great grandma is in fact alive. I found out this morning. Like I was already like looking into things because yeah, there's a lot of stuff that just looks off, and I was looking at it. Of course, I'm biased. I was looking at it um, from the standpoint of trying to prove that I'm not the fucking voice, other than the people that have actually analyze their voices and not use just like one little syllable like Ryan did and try and after it was manipulated. And the people that actually know what they're doing have cleared me anyway. But I'm still looking into things because there are a lot of questions that are weird. And I was already looking into things, and other people were too. Um, for you people that call yourself investigators that are like, why don't you cooperate with my investigation? It's because you don't know how to investigate anything. If you did, you would have found what we found. And you're fucking trying to hang me anyway. So, like I said, if a professional investigator who is unbiased, I will completely fully cooperate. I will show them everything. Hey, Sarah Luku, wrestler's mom, Gumby. Oh my gosh. Anybody that I miss, I apologize. I'm just not really. I'm blabbing, but yeah, great grandma is alive. I heard a phone call with her that happened today. The way I found out was I was talking to somebody else, talking to a reporter, and he um I had got done talking to him on the phone, but I forgot to ask him about great grandma because I know that he's seen her and he's probably been asked this 100 times, but I forgot to talk to him about it. So I texted him back. I'm like, hey, uh, you have had eyeballs on great grandma before, and I posted these messages on the Grandmagram, so you can all go read them yourself at your leisure. And he's like, oh yeah, I just talked to her this morning. I'm like, what? How the fuck did you talk to her this morning? And yeah, turns out she's alive. Hey, sheepdog. They're, I guess she's supposed to go on Ed's channel. Hey, Jules. She's supposed to go on Ed's channel tomorrow night in about 24 hours from now. Hello, Your Majesty. The thing is like after she supposedly passed, somebody from that phone was reaching out to people, and I know it's her real phone because I have that number. Somebody was reaching out to people, and they were telling some of the people, um, "No, we don't want that GoFundMe," and then they were telling the other people, "Oh yeah, just donate it to charity." So it was like two different people were on that phone. I just thought it was two different family members. Um, yeah, there's a lot of there are more questions now, and there's a lot of stuff that I can't answer for you because I just don't know the answers. I'm still. Oh, and one more thing, she's not in her 80s. She was born in 1958, which makes her what 64. So that answers one mystery. I mean, like if she and I have not talked to her myself. I tried calling her a couple times today, but she didn't pick up. Um, yeah, it's fucked up. I mean, I'm glad that she's not dead, but it's like, why? And if like if she would have said, I posted a link to the phone call that was had between her and Blue and Blondie today, and like she had a few different excuses, like she had a fever, and which high fevers can make you crazy, but I don't know. If she would have said, "Yeah, I faked my own death," or um, something like that to hide because she had been getting these threats, which I have not personally seen the threats, so I can't tell you if they're real or not. I just figured that they were, you know. I don't know. I'm just and like they knew that a bunch of us were getting blamed for it because whoever had that phone knew that it was going on. You know, I'm sorry. I'm not even reading the chat. If I didn't say hello to you, I'm sorry. If we were trying to cover something up, it would be easier just to let her believe to be dead and go from there. By trying to like stretch it out, that wouldn't work. So yeah, I've been pretty pissed off all day and talking to people on the phone about this shit. That's the thing. She's donated tons of money throughout this community for a long time. So it's not like she was out there ripping people off. You know what I mean? Hey, locksmith. Yeah, I agree. Blue did jump the gun on announcing her death. I do agree with that. But and yes, if she hadn't, then it's true. None of this would have happened. But at the same time, great grandma knew what was going on and didn't say anything. I don't know. I can't answer a lot of the questions because I don't know the answers. But she's supposed to, I guess she's going to be on Ed's channel tomorrow night. So hopefully she will, um, answer some of it. Let's see. Great grandma and Blue, and great grandma snowed Blue more than anybody. Blue and her were close, and Blue like went into mourning about this shit. And then it was actually the reporter that told her that great grandma was alive too. And I didn't listen to that whole phone call. I didn't have time, so I just kind of skimmed through it. So I don't know everything that was said, but yeah, you can all go listen to it yourself. I agree, Gremlin. This is a huge mind fuck. People I see sending me DMs right now, but I can't. I can't look at them while I'm on stream because if you back out of StreamYard, you get kicked out. But I will answer you back. Actually, I'm going to turn off the sound for my notifications. It's distracting me. Yeah, and mods, I can't see one. I can read part of this DM. Well, like I've said before, people bring up the great grandma shit in my streams because those are streams that aren't about the bullshit drama, which I plan to have more of than this bullshit. But don't. This is the one where people can ask questions. I don't care. My gut feeling on what really happened. Okay, here is my gut feeling backed up by facts. My gut feeling is that for whatever reason, great grandma was portraying herself as something she's not. I don't know why, because she's only 64 from what we found. But she has donated a ton of money to this community. I don't know what her deal is with that. I don't know why when people were texting with her after death and she acted like she was her family members. I don't know. I have a lot of questions I want answered too. And like I said, I tried to call great grandma a couple times today and she just didn't answer. CC Eunuch. That name's actually funny. Jules, I feel you. Blue didn't lie about her being dead. She really thought she was because they had an arrangement. Because great and people, I don't know now if great grandma was really in hospice or not. I'm kind of leaning towards not. But I mean, Blue got snowed too. Great grandma had like they had an arrangement of what to do after she passed because like she said she knew it was coming. You guys have heard probably all that, but I don't know. I do want to ask her why. And to me, her real age, I don't care. She was a strong supporter of the movement. I know Blue got text messages from her family, but I don't know if they said yes, she's dead, but they didn't say that she wasn't when they were talking about the GoFundMe. You would think that if that was a member of her family and she was still alive and the GoFundMe was obviously um, in her memory, then why the fuck wouldn't they say something, you know? Okay, KJ and Cocoa Beach, what would we gain from any of this? If it's a big scam, why would we go out and donate money, thousands of dollars, to a bunch of catchers over the last, I don't know, 2 years or so, and then turn around and make a GoFundMe that doesn't go to us, it goes to somebody in California for 5 grand. Well, tell me how that makes any sense. Yeah, you're right, Matt. We don't really know the truth now. I mean, I've been digging into things. Other people have been digging into things. But I mean, what pissed me off and why I wasn't going to cooperate with your investigation is because y'all said that I was her voice, and I know that that's bullshit. Maybe they, I don't know. Tiffany, maybe she, I don't remember her saying that, but maybe she did. I don't know. Just because I don't remember it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Nobody's blaming this on Tommy that I know of. But I mean, she's supposed to be on Edward's panel tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see, and then maybe we can ask questions. And something else, I man, something else we're looking at is actually, you know what? I don't want to put that out there because I don't know if it's true yet. They'll say, "Oh, Bill said this," even though I said I don't know if it's true, but you'll still do that. So fuck it, I ain't gonna say it. But there, I mean, there's something else very interesting that we're looking at as far as she goes. You know, at this point, I hope that the FBI does look into it. I really do, because I want to know the absolute truth. Julia, I know that the real ones know it wasn't me, and so does anybody with any common sense. Ryan's big proof was like a very tiny blurb of 1 syllable that had been that they admitted they had digitally manipulated. So I mean, you can make anything sound like anything if you want to with the right equipment. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not really even reading the chat. Yeah, had they not tried to blame me for it, I would have 100% helped with their um, so-called investigation. 100% I would have, because I want to know the truth of things, you know. I've called out people that I was friends with for doing fucked up things. Obviously, we're not friends now, but and I've defended people that I don't like or didn't like, you know, because I like to see the truth of things. And here's something for you. You guys talking shit to me all the time because I speak out against Tommy. Yes, 100% his scams need to be called out. I'm all for calling that out. But that's not why I take off. I take off after him because of the multiple rape allegations. You know what Webb I, I I I do help Webb occasionally with identifying predators. I'll help about anybody, but Webb knows that I have issues with him. I've told him why I don't like him, and he was accused of that. And he came to me for help. He's like, you know, can you help me prove I didn't do this? Well, when I heard that going around, I just didn't say anything because I didn't know it was true or not. So I just didn't say anything. And after looking at all of his evidence and things, you know, I tried to get as much as I could. There's a video that very much clears him, and I'm glad he took that video because you know I don't like Webb. It would have been real easy for me to say, oh, jump on that bandwagon, and say, oh yeah, he raped that girl, which but he didn't. Or at minimum, just sit back and not say anything. But I posted about it. I made a post. I said, yeah. In fact, I made two. I said I've looked at his evidence, and yeah, I don't believe that he raped that girl from what I've seen. So yeah, you're saying that like I'm helping people or making shit up about Tommy allegedly assaulting those women. Fuck no. I don't care how much I don't like somebody. I'm not gonna say some shit like that about them if I don't think it's true. Ah shit. I see Jimmy T said that I owe Chuck nothing. What's he trying to say? I owe him. Let me scroll back here. Oh fuck, I don't even see that comment. I don't know. Oh, here it is. I owe you. What the fuck do I owe you an apology for? Yeah, tomorrow night, about 24 hours from now, Great Grandma's going to be on Ed's channel. I posted on the Dramagram page. I posted a link to it in the stories. If you're not already subbed to Ed. Yeah, I ran with the story and I posted it. I don't claim to be a journalist, and after I found out she was not really dead, I made a post and two or three stories about it today, and I took down the old one announcing her death. So yeah, once I found out it was bullshit, I let everybody know, which is why I'm having the stream right now to make sure people know. Yeah, you're right, MK9. It doesn't matter what we show. They're gonna be like, oh, that's fake. That's all you got to do is sit back in your chair and hide behind your keyboard and say, oh, that's fake. That's fake. Yeah, fuck you. Edward, we get it. She's not anything you people said she was, though. Like, we don't go around and check out every single person in the community. I mean, what kind of sense would that make? And you're being dishonest too by having a name like CC Eunuch, because I suspect that's not your real name. Now, maybe you really are a eunuch, but I don't know. This has nothing to do with Tommy, people. Nobody is blaming Tommy for this that I know of at all. Chuck, I tell you what, picking locks is pretty cool. I don't care what you say. I mean, at least he has a marketable skill, which is something I doubt you have. Oh shit! I gotta scroll up the chat. I'm not. I've been reading it. If this was any other time, I would not let this chat get so toxic. But because we're on the subject, I mean, I guess you can say pretty much whatever the fuck you want, barring any kind of threats of violence or racism or any bullshit like that. What do you people, bad guy? You want to come up on the panel? Yeah. Let me make a link that I'll throw out here for you. Yep, you can absolutely come up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gotta post a comment, blah, blah, blah. Man, it takes forever to do things behind the scenes on StreamYard. But, I mean, it's free, so. All right, bad guy, there should be a link for you to click. When I see you come in, you can come in. Where did that comment go? I lost it. I just saw a comment that called Jules a dirt person. Somebody get rid of that asshole. I'm not gonna let you attack somebody that I respect personally. I lost that comment. I don't know, but if you guys see it, get rid of them. Oh shit! Oh, there you are. Hold on, I'll get you right up. Add to stream. All right, you should be up, bad guy.
What's up, man?
Oh, I've been spent the day pretty pissed off. How you
I
doing?
bet. I'm doing all right, man. I'm driving, so I don't know if I sound all right or not.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, so can I throw a theory your way?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I've gathered from what's out there, right?
Hmm.
Uh, as far as I understand, you've never seen great grandma, right? It's always been phone calls and text messages.
Actually, just text messages with me.
Okay, and with Edward, same thing, phone calls, text messages.
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
Okay, is it possible that Blue was actually behind this the whole time, and she also had you guys fooled?
I don't believe so. I really, what
I
would
mean,
she have to gain by that? I mean, the great grandma account has been donating money to catchers, including Tommy, for a while, and she hates Tommy. So why? I mean, somebody is doing something fucked up somewhere. I 100% agree with that. But like you can hear on the phone call if you listen to it, you can hear Grandma and Blue talking at the same time. So,
oh, I don't think Blue is the voice,
oh,
but
I got you.
I feel like I don't know, man. I don't know Blue, so I don't want to come off disrespectful to her. I talked to her once, I think on Locksmith's panel, and she was nice. I don't
Hmm.
know enough about her, you know. All I'm saying is, from what I've gathered, from what's out there, bro, everything seems to lead back to her, bro.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, and 100%. I expect people should speculate. That's how you kind of shake trees and eventually get the truth out. But a lot of what people are putting out as fact is not fact. Um,
So
but
far, I think what we can all agree on that's been proven is that her picture's fake, right?
oh yeah, that's 100% fake.
That's 100%. Okay.
Yeah,
And that her channel name was a different name before it was Great Grandma.
I believe that that's true. I didn't actually look into that myself, but
Okay.
yeah, I believe so.
And up to this point, the only person that has ever actually seen her has been Blue.
No, um, the reporter that's doing an investigation has seen her, and we've got. I asked him
Okay.
again today. That's how I found out Great Grandma was alive was because he had been talking to somebody else, and they said he should talk to me. I say yeah, get my phone number, blah blah blah, and Rob hit me up today. We talked.
Okay.
But while we were talking, I forgot to ask him about Great Grandma, so I texted him back and I posted this. And I said, "Hey, you actually saw Great Grandma, right? Like you had eyes on her," which he had said before, and I'm sure he's got this question 100 times. And he said, "Oh yeah," and I just talked to her. I'm like, "What?" That's how I found out she was alive.
Right. And when you went live, I was in the middle of listening to her conversation with Great Grandma right now when she found out she's alive.
Right.
And I wanted to ask, does she record all her phone calls?
I don't know, but
Because it's kind of
I know
strange. She was
was
recording
recording.
from jump.
She was recording that phone call because she was on the phone with that reporter, and she doesn't exactly trust him. I don't think.
Oh, okay, okay,
Like
got you, got you.
anything to do with business, she does record. But as far as I know, she doesn't record everything. I mean, I've talked on the phone with her for hours, and I guess it wouldn't matter if she recorded it because there's nothing fucked up going on. But
Got you, got you,
I don't know. I can't answer for her for
got you.
everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's just a theory, bro. I mean, there could be
Sure.
some more evidence that comes up, and I'll think differently. But as of right now, bro, I'm leaning towards it was Blue the whole time. One question is that though, why would she donate so much money? And I heard somebody toss out a theory that it was her and Blondie Java, which I don't know. I don't know Blondie either, but I do know she's loaded. What their
I
motive would be, I don't know.
I've heard that too, and I also know Blondie. I
Okay.
mean, I really, really, really don't think they would try to pull some shit like this. I really, really don't. Because like, um, well, like I've talked to both of them on the phone a bunch, and like nothing ever remotely suspicious came up when we were talking. And when Blondie talks, like she just starts to like ramble and just take off. It's like she's not. It's not. I don't think it's possible for her to not let certain things slip. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like they certainly know better than to try to involve me in some bullshit like that because I wouldn't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
I guess Ryan is backstage. He's saying.
no, I see Gabe. I don't know who Gabe is, but I don't see Ryan.
Oh, Gabe says he has a theory too.
All right, well, I'll put Gabe up.
Yeah.
I don't want to put like a shitload of people up here because then everybody tries to talk at the same time and it's annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll bring
Yeah.
Gabe up.
Everybody. Yeah, bro. Yesterday I did say it was fake, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure this shit out as I go, guys. So as more shit comes out, my mind changes. I'm trying to work with the facts we got or the information we have.
Well, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
I
you guys doing?
I get it.
Thanks for bringing me up. Yeah, my theory is kind of similar to the bad guys. Let's say there was people who had good intentions were behind it. Because I've noticed, great grandma donated to CC Unit a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. They're behind the community, but their goal, what's in it for them, is to take Tommy down. And my theory is even more murder boardy. It's even weirder. I wonder if multiple people aren't behind this persona, donating to each other, helping the algorithms, and at the same time attempting to bring down Tommy. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Bill, what do you think?
And yeah,
I'm sorry, man.
Locke,
I'm sorry. I accidentally kicked myself out of my own stream. Can you say that all again?
you're good.
I'm sorry,
said,
man.
I said thanks for bringing me on. My theory
Mhm.
is similar to the bad guys, but you're like, well, why would they donate to other channels? Why? Because maybe one, they have good intentions. I've noticed great grandma donating to people like CC Unit who avoid the drama, a year and a half ago, something like that. But my murder board out there theory is there's multiple people, possibly catchers behind this theory. And that serves two purposes. One, they help each other out, they donate to each other, they help each other's algorithms and try to bring down Tommy at the same time.
Yeah, but she also donated to Tommy, like a lot.
Right, to keep up the allure, the illusion.
I understand what you're saying, and I do think it's very interesting. Um, I don't think that's correct, but
It
yeah,
certainly couldn't.
it's an interesting theory. It really is.
Yeah, it very well may not be the case, but it's certainly a possibility. It's an out there one, but it could
Well,
be.
I know we caught Rami doing that, and like I used to kind of go after Rami, but it just felt pointless, so I quit doing it. And other people were going after it, calling him out. I don't know. I just didn't want to anymore.
You know
And
what's interesting to
but
me
we,
though?
Mhm.
I to your point, I don't think Tommy has a hand in this, but I think somebody close to him or in his inner circle or at one point in his inner circle does. And the reason I say this is because it's his MO. He's made up fake people in the past. He's allegedly
Right.
made fake super chats to read stuff out. Keith Svensson, the
Yeah.
RV guy, may not be real. So this is right in that modus operandi. So that's kind of what's weird about this to me too.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we've had people come forward and say that they helped him do that. But the thing is like I haven't seen anything to this point that points to Tommy's behind this.
Yeah, and to your point,
Yeah,
what would be his
I don't
motive?
think so either. Right.
I don't know, but it's like you said, we know for a fact that Rami's done that. We know for a fact that Tommy's done that. And I'm sure other catchers have too. Kind of an old trick is, they have a friend. They're like, "Hey, donate $100," and other people's. I gotta try this on my Rami voice. Hey, you donate 100. Nah, fuck, I can't do it. I can't sound that stupid. But anyway, he had a friend donate $100, so the other people would see it and try to top it, and then get a competition going. And then the reason these people came to me. Actually, there were two, but the one I'm talking about, the reason she came to me is because he said, "Donate me $100 and I'll give you your $100 back." Well, he never gave her the money back, so that's why she came out against him. But yeah, that does happen. It 100% happens.
Yeah, and I'm also in the belief that great grandma is a real person. However, I think let's say, I've got a grandmother who's in dementia. She's got social media accounts. I think my sister runs them. So somebody could be keeping up that persona with a real person, none the wiser.
I guess it's possible because after she died, and I've had that same thought, but after she supposedly died, they were texting one group of people in our community and just being completely pissed off that there was even a GoFundMe at all, and then they were texting another set of people in the community saying, "Oh, it's fine, just donate it to charity," and they gave a list of charities, so that they were giving two different attitudes towards two different people. And of course, one group only saw one part of one kind of the message, and the other group only saw the other kind. So they were arguing. But I had seen both sides, and I'm trying to like, hey, you guys check this out. And I don't know. I just give up sometimes because I'm tired of the fighting.
Yeah, my problem with the whole death thing from the get-go is if she was allegedly this tech savvy, or the people surrounding her are, there would be an obituary pretty quickly. And information regarding funeral services and that. Well, if you can set up a GoFundMe, you could typically in the GoFundMe descriptions, it'll say send donations in lieu of gifts to this charity. The service may be at this. It's just there'd be something. I would think.
Yeah, I mean, you would think, but the people screaming about there's no obituary anymore. Well, like in the area that I live in, the family has, or somebody has to pay for an obituary, and if you don't pay for it, you don't get it. They just don't do them automatically.
You can put them online. There's a bunch of free websites, and given how tech savvy she was, or the people surrounding the persona are, to be honest, if you were faking the death, you would do that. I would think if you were good at it too. So,
right.
That does make sense. You would make an obituary.
Yeah, hey, I would think so.
Locksmith. Locksmith, I don't know if you're talking to me or not, bro, but I'm not trying to jump to conclusions, bro. I'm just trying to work with the information we got.
I've been reading the comments. So.
I have no skin in the game. I'm just looking at this as objectively as I can from the outside, looking in with a lens zoomed out, and I see both sides. I see the people who say there's bad actors who are trying to take Tommy down behind this, and the other people who said there were people who were genuinely believing that she died and who were on her side. I can see both sides.
I believe that she died. Somebody tells me, hey, so-and-so died, and I'm like, oh, fuck, that sucks. And I was asked to put up the notice, so I did. I believed she was dead. I didn't have any reason not to.
Well, I even saw, CC Unit, who generally keeps out of all of these things. He put up a pinned comment saying, we lost a great beloved member of the community, great grandma. So even he was under the assumption it was true.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you be? You hear somebody's dead. It's not often that people actually fake it. Happens, but it's not often that people actually fake their death, And you're always, no matter what happens, you're always going to have conspiracy theories. Yeah, which I like a good conspiracy theory, but
here's my other thing that kind of just popped in my head as well.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm curious if this was any other big donor, if all these catchers would come together and all post, it just seemed too coordinated to me. There's just something about that's not sitting right to me. You know what I mean? There's not something. There's very few things that the entire community can come together on, and then all of a sudden, in very quick order, they all come together and post these tributes. And just something's not sitting.
Hey,
I
you know what
understand
else
your
is
point, but I mean, it's a sad thing, and like everybody in the community knew her, so
yeah.
it
Look,
Yeah,
honestly,
why wouldn't you?
I had high hopes that she was real because it's just such a it's such
Well,
it you know
I'll
her
tell you this much.
the idea of a old granny out there donating a bunch of money to a good cause is something I want to believe, bro. You know, and it just turned into this
Well,
fucking shit show.
something we found out. I mean, she is absolutely a real person behind that account. We've all seen her go up on streams and talk. We've seen her donate. Um, but
right.
the thing is like she is not in her 80s. We found that out, and
Right.
found
The
out that
persona is what you want to believe.
she's
Right, right. Hey, you
right,
know what else
right.
is
I mean,
strange
she's
though?
only 4, so
There's one thing that I find real suspect is that Blue said a
mhm.
couple nights ago that she has a recording of Rob Lowe saying, "Hey, Grandma, take your face mask down so I can see you." And the fact that she did not immediately post that, and I don't think she has still. It's sus, bro. That could have, that could have helped her so much.
Mm,
That
I don't. She might post it later on. I really don't know. I can't attest to that. But Blue has
Yeah,
been like in hard mourning because her and grandma were close. So she hasn't been doing anything. Like she won't even answer my text messages.
yeah.
So I just
Yeah,
been
but
Hey,
kind
and
of leaving.
if if
I did talk to Blue today. I did talk to her today. I will say that. But
okay.
she's so upset that she just can't function right now. So
Hey, listen, and if it turns out that my theory is 100% wrong and Blue was right all along, I'll apologize, bro. You know what I mean? Because I mean,
sure.
but as of right now, bro, I gotta lean towards it's her, bro. I'm sorry, and
Well, I mean, you're
that's
entitled
no dis
to your
yeah,
opinion. Yeah, no, I get
that's
it.
no disrespect to Blue. You know, no disrespect that I don't know her. It's just from what I can see, from where I'm standing, that's what it's looking like.
Sure. Okay. I mean, you're certainly entitled to think that because um, sometimes I forget that like I've seen like inside information and shit like that that other people don't see. So I mean, you're 100% entitled to your opinion, and if you're right, you're
Yeah,
right. If you're wrong, you're wrong.
but
So what?
here's the thing, Bill, and I'm sure you've seen information and things like that. But similar to politics, if you have these things, release them all if they would vindicate you or vindicate somebody. That's what I don't get. Why is there inside information? Why do people hold on to these things if it's going to vindicate them or blow the door wide open?
A lot of times, and I don't know everything about what's going on exactly with great grandma, but I know a lot. But I will tell you an example that I take heat a lot because I'll have information, but the person that gave it to me just wants me to know and but doesn't want me to put it out. But sometimes it's important stuff, and sometimes they tell me I can put it out, but don't identify them. So at that point, it's just me saying something. But if I can't bring up the witness to tell how I know, then it's just me
Right,
saying it. And that gets me
right.
in trouble a lot because people are like, well, how do you know that? I'm like, well, I can't identify my source because that is one thing that I will never come off. If somebody gives me something that needs to stay secret, it will stay that way. And that's part of why I really want out of
I
this
get
shit
that.
because
I just question their motive at that point then. Because why release bits and pieces to you or certain people when they could come forward and vindicate themselves or prove a theory?
okay, what I was talking about, and I completely agree with your point, but what I was talking about is especially recently, a bunch of people have come to me that used to support Tommy and FBC, and now they're coming like, "Hey, we see what they really are now. I'm sorry I came at you." And then they will give me certain, little bits of information, but they are scared to death because I've posted what Twomper did to Laura after she left them, and like he tells people to kill themselves. He threatens them, all kinds of stuff, and people don't want to deal with that. So they asked me to keep their identities quiet,
I
and
understand
I
that.
respect that. Even if they came at me before, if they come to me and they're like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I came at you," I see the truth now, blah blah blah. I'm fine. I will shake their hand, and and we're good. But they are scared to death of the harassment that they're going to get if certain people find out.
I understand that.
I mean, Bondi has been through horrible, horrible things with them, and it took for. I mean, I talked with that woman on the phone for months before she finally decided to go up on a panel. A couple months ago, whenever it was, when I was saying, hey, I've got some people that I'm going to talk to, but I don't want to risk Edward's channel getting taken down because Tommy had Blue's channel taken down for talking about him, and I don't give a fuck about this one. So that's why we were going to do it here. Before, when I was being cryptic, saying, yeah, there's some things that I want to do on here, and that was one of them that I was talking about, but we ended up doing it on this channel anyway.
I just thought of how this would actually benefit Tommy and or his inner sanctum. I'm not saying he's behind it. I actually think that's an outlandish theory, but here is a way it would benefit him. It would take the heat and focus off of his other grifts.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That
Because
makes a lot of
notice
sense.
nobody's talking about 501c3. Nobody's talking about food stamps. Nobody's talking about him committing elder fraud by taking power of attorney in somebody's Hummer. Nobody's talking about that. They're all talking about great grandma.
Right. Well, you have an interesting point. Well, somebody drop the link to Blue's channel, please, or Blue's website, please, because I mean, people probably want to hear that phone call. And she's got all kinds of stuff up there that shows how Tommy scams people and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I heard the phone call, bro, and it seems sketchy, bro. It seems sketchy all the way around.
Yeah, let's not let this overshadow the fact that Tommy's still not a good person. Even if this is something else, that's two not good people doing not good things.
Right. Dude, I tell you, if somebody from one of my inner circles is behind this, I will call them out myself. Because that's some bullshit. I mean, they not only have they fooled me, but they fooled the entire community. I will 100% call that out if that's the case. I really don't think it is, but I mean, I've called out people before that I thought were friends of mine.
Hey, no matter what the truth is, great grandma left a fucking footprint in this community forever, bro.
Yeah, good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a fact. We cannot deny that.
Hey,
and when
chat,
it comes
did Ryan go live? I think he got mad because you didn't let him up.
I didn't even see him back there, but when you said he's back there, I looked, but no, that fucker tried to blame shit on me, and he's a stream hopper. He goes from stream to stream and then gets on there, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, and I just don't have the patience for it.
Oh, that's exactly what I do most of the time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but you exactly have.
We're pragmatic.
Right, you guys actually have intelligent thoughts behind what you're saying, and you've paid attention enough to be able to carry on the conversation. Ryan gets up there and he's like, well, and he's just fucking talking. Yeah, fuck that.
See, like I said, I'm not.
Hey,
I don't take
I'll
sides.
Be back. I'm gonna go check out what he's talking about.
All right, come back.
Sure.
Report back. I'm not taking sides in either of this. But if certain theories and paths lead me down one direction, I'm going to follow them until something says, hey, don't follow this path. And then I'm going to switch over to the other path. I mean, there are so many moving parts to this. There's so many different things that keep getting uncovered, different leaves that keep getting turned over, that, it's hard not to not believe anybody.
Yeah, you're 100% right. There is just tons and tons of stuff that, oh man, I find myself shaking my head, just wanting to walk away about a lot of things.
Here's my thing with both Tommy and great grandma. I'm saying they're two. I put them in two different buckets, but they both, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's all,
Hmm.
with Tommy's controversies and things like that. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There's all these things. It's similar to Me Too movement. Remember, it was one woman
Yeah,
accused. It was
yeah,
one woman accused a man. Nobody believed the woman. Two women accused a man. Maybe, but then 3, 4, 5, 50 people, and then all of a sudden, people started believing them. It's the same thing. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
right. Yeah, I mean, for years, how many women came forward,
Oh yeah,
for
Harvey
things with,
Weinstein, Bill Cosby.
yeah, I was going to say both of them, yeah, and it took them 30 years to finally come up with the courage to come forward,
Well, not just
and
that,
yet,
but it took multiple allegations for people to believe them. There's several women came forward 20, 30 years ago, but people didn't believe them. But once people started seeing, there's a lot of smoke, there's a lot of allegations, what they're saying sounds plausible, then the tides turned. And I think that's what's going to happen with both Tommy and his 501c3 grift, his elder fraud grift, all those things. And I think that's what's going to happen with the person or persons behind great grandma.
you're probably right. I mean, and I hope so. I don't care who it is. If somebody's doing something that fucked up, they need to answer for it.
Yeah, I agree. And to your point earlier, I don't believe the rape allegations either, because show me a police report, give me a police number, that sort
The
of
thing
thing.
about that is less than 20% of rapes ever even get reported.
Correct. And then even far fewer get investigated. But this one's
Hmm.
being reported in the court of public opinion. And if you're willing to do that, then you should go to the police.
I agree. I agree. They should always go to the police, but um, the thing is, sometimes by the time they gather up the courage to go to the police, there's no evidence left.
No, I know,
Like
but what
it's
I'm
too
saying
late
with
to.
this particular allegation against Tommy is they've already worked up the courage to tell thousands of people online, right?
Well, one of them did, but here's the deal: that there's another one that I've spoken to personally, and originally she was put into contact with me because like she's severely depressed and has bad anxiety now because of it.
Yeah, it's what
And
happens when you're assaulted.
she
I
just
understand that.
yeah, she just can't function a lot of the time. But she came to me, and the first time we talked, the phone call was about roughly 4 hours long. And the reason it was that long is because she was crying pretty much the whole time. It would have been a 15-minute conversation otherwise. And like there was a lot of things that she told me that I couldn't understand what she said because she was crying. And I only wanted to ask her to repeat herself so many times because I didn't want her to feel like I was interrogating her. So and she didn't go to the police, and like I've encouraged her to do that a few times, but I don't want to come off like I'm trying to twist her arm on anything. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I understand.
So I mean, like nothing like that's ever happened to me, but we all know tons of women that shit's happened to, and it just fucks them up.
Yeah. And, the other thing is, granted, I like great grandma undead in the chat said, I don't believe the rape allegations, and I don't like them either. But it's not beyond his capabilities, in my opinion. People forget he was once arrested for domestic violence. He allegedly believed the molester over his son's molestation allegation. So it's
Right.
in that realm of him to pull that off. But I simply don't have anything to tell me that he raped anybody.
Right. I mean, we haven't seen any physical proof. And I understand
Right.
people's skepticism, but here's another deal. When I heard Sherry's story, I had a lot of doubts about it, but I couldn't say anything because I wasn't supposed to know yet. So I couldn't say anything to anybody, right? And before it came out public, but after I could know about it, that's when this girl I was put, or she was put into contact with me, and her and Sherry don't know each other. And at first, I thought maybe somebody was setting me up, but it wouldn't have taken 4 hours to convince me by the way she was crying. Now,
Can
I
I?
do know her real name. I did
Yeah.
find her Facebook that went back years, so I do know that she's a real person. She had sent me pictures that she had taken a few days after she had finger-shaped bruises on her neck,
Mm.
and in that picture, like you can see like the lower half of her face, and it matched up with that Facebook, so I know it's a real person.
Now I hate to do this. Can I play devil's advocate? And I'm not saying
Sure,
let me throw this out there. If
go ahead.
you, and I'm not saying they are, but if you are capable of creating a fake great grandma persona and then killing that person off, and then are you capable of creating fake rape allegations?
Well,
Assuming
yeah,
it's all the same people.
somebody that, yeah. I mean, if somebody's capable of doing one, they'd be capable of doing the other. So yeah, yeah,
So
that
what's to say that you're potentially not being duped? And again, I do not want to victim shame or not necessarily believe somebody, but what's to say that you're also not being duped?
I worry about that. And that's why I checked it out and found her Facebook. Um, so and she gave me the right name. I like she wasn't trying to show me her face in those pictures. Like I could only see the lower half and her hair. Because she was just taking pictures of the bruises, and so I matched all that up. And she came to me originally because she kind of wanted to come forward, and somebody said, "Hey, you just need to talk to Bill," and they put us together. That person, I don't know how much the person that put us together knows, but she knows that something's up. She's probably figured it out by listening to me talk about this. And it took a long time before we just call her number two, and I hate calling her that because it dehumanizes her. But number two, uh, look, I'm losing my train of thought. She was kind of going back and forth as to whether she wanted to come forward, and I warned her. I'm like, Tommy's got a whole uh, crew of trolls that go after people so that he can look like he has clean hands, but we've matched him up. He can't get away from it now. And I warned her about this, and so now she's scared to death. Now, if she does ever want to go live or record a video and get it out there, I will help her do that. But I've told her don't use your name because there are people that are real good at figuring out who you are just from a name or a picture, or people will figure it out. And once I told her that, she got pretty scared, and that kind of put her back into the frame of mind of no, I don't want to come forward.
Yeah.
So I
Why
don't know.
can't, why, and I understand it's one of the hardest things anybody, especially a woman, has to do. But going forward to law enforcement, especially with sexual assault allegations, they can remain anonymous.
Right. No, I agree. And I want her to go to law enforcement. I've encouraged her to do that. But the facts are like like we talked about, less than 20% of rapes ever get reported for a whole lot of
Right.
reasons.
And we
And
cannot put ourselves in those shoes, you or I. We've never been in that
right,
situation, so we can't
right,
speak to any clarity on
exactly. I mean, I like to think that I'm empathetic, towards people, but
it.
that's one of those things I think that unless you've actually had it happen to you, you really can't fully get it.
Yeah. Who's Bryden? People keep saying I'm Bryden.
Bryden? Oh,
Yeah.
I know who that is, but I don't know Bryden.
Okay. I'm
I don't
not
I don't
Bryden.
believe I've ever talked to him. But I talked to so many people, it's possible I did and don't remember.
I see. And so let me throw this out there as well. Another crazy theory. And
Hmm.
I don't know what Ed knows. I don't know anything. Like I said, I'm a third party independent observer. Um, in the title to Ed's video that premieres tomorrow, it says Great Graham Mayor, Mair, which is
Hmm.
something that Alex and his crew, they
Right.
say Member, that sort of thing. So I wonder if Alex even has maybe a slight connection, which leads to my theory there could be multiple people, multiple organizations, a syndicate, so to speak, behind this persona. So I'm curious about that as well. And your thoughts?
You know what? The way people blab and the way people like to tell me things, and the way, like, I know a lot of catchers and talk about. I've never gotten wind of anything like that with Great Grandma. Now, I'm not saying that it's
Interesting.
impossible, but like and I know that Alex knows her on a personal level, and I have not talked to Alex about her yet. But I guess what I'm told is that he was going to go stay with her at one point, but his crew wound up not going where they were supposed to. So I don't know. I like I said, I haven't talked to him myself, but
JW, I'm not dragging him into this. I'm just trying to talk about theories and see what people think and that sort of thing. I personally think Alex has nothing to do with this. I personally think Tommy has nothing to do with this. I'm just presenting. We spiral out of control. Yeah, that's true. I'm just presenting alternative theories, alternative
mhm.
facts, so to speak. Doing my own research.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
I
there's
also,
a. Oh, go
when
ahead.
do you think this big Rob Lowe multi-series expose is going to drop? You know, I honestly
I
think
I
if he
I
does
I don't know.
a story, I think it's going to just be straightforward. Hey, you know, like all the other news stories on predator catchers.
Yeah, I really don't. I know that he is looking into Tommy's 501c3. I know he's looking into that because he's talked to. I don't know who all he's talked to, but I know he's talked to a bunch of people about it. I never talked to him until today, and I didn't because I can't offer him any information that people haven't already given him.
Right. You can't
And
offer him anything that's not necessarily not speculation.
right, but I guess multiple people had told him that he needed to talk to me, but when like I know certain things because I've talked to the people it happened to, but I don't give out people's names and numbers without their permission. So I've had to do that kind of thing. And one of them did talk to him. I don't know exactly what they talked about, but yeah, I
Hmm.
hadn't talked to him until today because there's really no reason. But he hit me up, and everything. Of course, everything that I told him, as far as he's concerned, is hearsay because I don't have copies of the whatever to back it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, what's the end game? If you're the person or persons behind Great Grandma, what's your end game here? What are you after?
That's my question. I mean, a $5,000 GoFundMe just doesn't seem like a big enough goal, you know?
My thing
Yeah.
is, I do see that theory I put forward earlier. It does take a lot of heat, pressure, and tension off of Tommy's other grifts, but it also helps embolden and potentially, because I think I said this in another chat earlier. I think if you're part of the Take Tommy Down community, the best chance you had was the tax evasion 501c3 route. And now
Yeah,
that,
that's what
and
got Al
great
Capone. He
grandma,
didn't go to.
correct. And great grandma was your vehicle to get there. So
Hmm.
now that that's gone, I can see, you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, you wouldn't really need great grandma because there are other people, you know?
Yeah, but she was willing to come forward. She was willing to go the mile, you know, that sort of thing.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I understand you. I don't know. I mean, I 100% agree that there is something fucked up somewhere. And I don't care who it is. If I can prove it, I'm throwing it out there. If I find
Yeah.
out I have a split personality and it's been me the whole time, I'll fucking throw it out there.
Right.
But I am the reason I wouldn't cooperate with their so-called investigation is because they said that I was great grandma's voice, and I know that's not true.
It's
And then
not
these
Rob
people
Lowe,
calling
the actor. It's not
no,
ROBLOWE. It's ROBLOW.
right,
He's on Fox 31 in Denver.
right,
He's your local problem solver, seven on your side, just that kind of guy.
yeah. he's an actual investigative journalist, whereas certain people that say they are have
Right.
never
Oh,
taken a class in
Kill
journalism.
Nurse has a really good theory in the chat. Great grandma is Rob Lowe.
Oh man, oh man, that's that's holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Man, that would be some fuck. Because he's the one that I have text messages from me and somebody else where he says he's like, yeah, I saw her on video. She's an old lady with an oxygen tube.
Yeah.
Right. I think
know.
he said elderly. I don't know. I posted it so people can check it out.
It's just interesting watching these multiple things just kind of implode slowly.
Yeah, it's taking a very long time. And again, I don't I do care that Tommy is scamming people. People have no clue what kind of shit I've done behind the scenes to try to get rid of bad apples and try to protect the community as a whole. I mean, Ed and I, people call us the guardians of the community. I don't really want that title, but I guess I have it. And that's the thing about Tommy is, yes, I 100% have called out his grifts. But the reason I want him gone out of our community is because I do believe those rape allegations. And again, I don't know if you heard, but I'm not gonna, just because I don't like somebody, that's not a good reason to call them a rapist. I mean,
yeah,
I have a problem with Webb, and he knows what my problem is. But I still help him. Like yesterday, the day before, I was helping him track down all the information on a predator. Right, so I do help him when he asks. But he knows why I don't like him. We've talked about it, and we just agree to whatever and go our separate ways. But he was accused of rape, and I didn't say anything because I didn't know if it was true or not. And he came to me and he's like, can you help me get word that, I didn't do this? I'm like, well, I got to know that you didn't do it before I say anything. And he showed me his evidence, and he's got a hell of a video. That one video pretty much clears him, because she says directly that he never touched her like that. So I'm glad he had that video going. Now, even though I don't like him, if I wanted to jump on that bandwagon, I could have called him a rapist, with a lot of other people, or I could have just said nothing. But I made a couple of posts about it.
Yeah, I hear you. For me, I just don't know enough about the situation of the people involved.
Yeah, there are a lot of moving parts and turning wheels.
Somebody said, Great Grandma Undead said, Ed, Locksmith, and Bill have all said they have proof the bitch was dead, but wouldn't release it until the family allowed them to. Obvious lies if she was alive the whole time. I find that hard to believe that anybody would make those statements.
I don't think I said that exactly. See, they're always putting words in my mouth, shit that I didn't say.
Yeah,
but I do. I have information about her, details that I have that I wasn't going to put out because I didn't want her family harassed. That was before I knew she wasn't dead, though, and that was before I really thought she was in her 80s. Turns out she's 64. So there is a lot of fuckery going on. I mean, there's no way to deny that.
I just find it really strange going back that great grandma, because I've seen her make donations to CC Unit, to Predator Poachers, to I think ALC, Lucerne County. But she was always in and out. She was there, then she wasn't. She wasn't on every. There's just something odd about the entire persona, her entire being and existence that just doesn't add up.
Yeah, there is, because we know for a fact that she's not in her 80s. She's 64. I have a theory that I have, and other people have said it too, but a theory that I have is, what if the person operating these accounts under the name that we've been looking at, what if that's not really her? You know?
Right.
So, like, what we're telling people, like, people want to reach out to her family, and other people are tracking. That's why I'm not mentioning her name, even though it's out there. People are trying to track down her family, and that's some bullshit. I understand wanting the truth, but you think that you're doing something good and just trying to help out, but these families, when this kind of shit happens, they get multiple messages from different people. They don't want to fuck with that. I mean, what if you started getting messages from different people asking if your grandma was dead? You know what kind of, fuck you, fuck that. There's
Mhm.
other ways to go about it. That's why these so-called investigators, they don't know how to investigate a damn thing. They didn't, apparently they didn't uncover what we uncovered today, which was very simple once you really start looking at it. So these people don't know how to do shit. I mean,
Yeah,
I investigate things, but I've actually had classes in very basic stuff. Like, I wasn't like a death investigator, nothing like that. But
yeah,
there are
but
certain things that you just need to know.
and that's the world we live in nowadays. So everybody can do an investigation and lead it in any direction they want to, and with the power of the internet and people just finding their camps, somebody investigating something doesn't really matter because 99% of the time it's not going to be an independent, fact check, thorough investigation.
Well, that's the thing. One, they don't know how to really investigate, and two, they're not being objective. They're trying to hang me.
Correct.
So fuck you. I'm not going to cooperate with you. If you get an independent, unbiased investigator, I will 100% um, comply. I will do it with a professional. I'm not doing it with a bunch of amateurs that just say, "Oh, I'm an investigator." No, you're not.
Right. Get Rob Lowe.
Yeah, I'm cooperating with Rob Lowe, 100%. The only things that I won't tell him is, like, because he's asked me certain like, he wanted me to come off with names, and I will not do that. I don't care who it is. I will not do that unless I have their permission, because a lot of these people are scared to death that they're going to be come at.
Hmm.
But see, he's not really investigating. If he was like he knows he knew the whole time grandma was alive, because he'd been talking to her. If he was investigating that, if he chooses to investigate that whole thing, I will 100% cooperate with him. And I mean, I think he already knows all the names of everybody that's kind of, like in her circle or whatever. But yeah, I'd 100% cooperate with that.
Yeah, totally. Hey, I gotta go. I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate you and the bad guy having an objective conversation, one that is willing to look at multiple arguments and theories. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Sure, man. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you. All right. Does anybody else want to come up? Because I just don't feel like listening to myself talk. Actually, I'll just make a link and throw it out there. If somebody wants to hit it, they can. But no, when Ryan wanted to come up earlier, I wasn't looking at my phone, and by the time I checked it, he was gone. So he didn't stay long. He probably just jumped in there long enough to say, "Oh, I was there," and he wouldn't let me up. He pulls that kind of shit. There we go. Somebody wants to hit the link, they're welcome to. I'm sorry, y'all, but I haven't been reading the chat. Hey, great grandma undead. Why don't you hit that link and come up? I'll let you on. No, I'm not going on Ryan's panel, because all he's going to do is the usual, try to accuse me of shit that I didn't do. And I am short with Ryan because he irritates me. He's constantly trying. Every time he comes at me, it doesn't end well for him. I mean, I can show you messages between us where I said, Ryan, I'm just speaking to you out of respect, but this was on an Instagram post that I made. I said, Ryan, I come to you with respect. If you guys want, I'll post this too. And I'm like, hey, dude, you need to like chill out in the comments. I'm not going to delete your comments, but like people were getting in there and just flaming him. And I'm like, dude, you're getting flamed here. And I do not like to delete comments, but somebody actually made a threat towards him. So I banned that person because I don't let people do that. So yeah, I'm not going on Ryan's panel because he's just gonna piss me off and accuse me of shit that I didn't do, like he always does. See, the thing is he's got a crew of women that used to be in my circle that I cut contact with for the most part. He's got them talking in his ear. It was one of them that told Ryan that I was great grandma's voice. And then today, like most of you saw me live last night, people were saying that I was in his comments under an alt account yesterday. That was not the case. I'm not coordinated enough to talk and type at the same time. Yeah, you can't because you know that I know who you are and you don't want me to hear your voice. That's okay. Yeah, okay. If nobody else wants to come up, I just don't. I hate fucking sitting here and talking about like, I just, yeah, not my. It's not my thing. I see people talking about Brian. Who the hell is Brian? All right, one more cigarette, and I'm gonna hang this up. Unless somebody wants to jump up here and speak their mind. Someone in the community. Oh, you're talking about. I looked. If it's the one I'm thinking of, was that the guy that like was a teacher or something? Because I looked into him, but like there was, and I 100% would have called him out on the Dramagram page, like I've done the other, like Jeep Man and that gamer guy, whatever the fuck his name is. Like I've called them out. Anybody that's a predator in our community, I will 100% publicly call them out. But when I looked into if it's the right one, I looked into him, and yeah, he'd had some allegations, but the courts, not only was he not found guilty, he sued and got his job back. So, and the records were sealed. So, I mean, all there really is like news articles. So there was no, to me, that's not really proof. So I didn't call him out. But I mean, if they have something I don't have, I would 100% look at it. He had allegations again. I will look at, if somebody wants to send me all the information, I will look at it. And if he is indeed a predator, I will 100% call him out. I mean, I know it's already been done, but I will help spread it. 80 accusations. Yeah, I saw that he had 80 accusations. And I'm not saying that they weren't true. I'm not saying that at all, and I'm not defending him. Um, Bryden, do you want to come up here and fill me in? Because evidently I don't have something that you do. 180 of them? See, that's the thing. I mean, maybe it's all true, but well, I mean, even if it's 8, that's too much. Hold on, I'm bringing somebody up. Sheepdog. All right. Here we go. I'm trying to get you in here, Sheepdog, but and inept when it comes to operating machinery. Here we go. All right, there you go.
Hey, am I in here?
Yes, you are.
Oh, cool. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. I never do these things.
Well, welcome. I'm glad to be your first.
Yeah, cool. Um, I saw the title and I was so excited but confused.
Believe me, I was
Right?
confused too today when I found out. Yeah,
Right? I mean that is it's cool, but it's so confusing, right?
completely.
Cuz you know what? I do I believe blue, and I have for a long time. And I remember seeing great grandma come on the scene a while back, and she said some really cool things to me, and I kind of thought it was maybe like a troll at first, like some guy, but then
Hmm.
over time, I was like, no, wait, I think this is like a great grandmother, and everything I've seen from Blue, it is true. So,
Yeah, yeah. Blue's not making shit up. And like I said, I highly, highly, highly doubt she would make up some shit like this. And
no,
like I said,
no,
I
she
know her, and
wouldn't.
she has been so upset lately that it's. I mean, she's not faking that.
No, she's not. And when I saw that great grandmother died, like that stopped my day. I logged out from work and I left. Like it affected me hard, and I can only imagine how much that affected Blue. Um and the rest of us, and then for everything to be twisted into that it's a scam, like, okay, she's alive, but I don't see how it could be a scam. Like, in what way could it be a scam? Like, uh, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. I accidentally kicked myself out, but I'm back. I'm sorry.
Oh, cool. Yeah, like I don't see how it could be a scam. And I know Ryan's video, he said, well, everyone's saying how much money great grandma donated, but at the same time, people don't play with their money,
Right,
right?
that's the thing. And Blue can't stand Tommy. Everybody knows that, but great grandma donated a bunch to Tommy. I don't know how much exactly, but come on, I
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you get attention like that by donating 99 cents 4 or 5 times. Not fucking thousands or whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah. I remember it was like 2 days or something like that, maybe the day before great grandmother died, and uh, I saw Captain's channel that great grandma was donating just 50s left and right, and
Hmm.
you know, eh, um, Blue wouldn't have the stomach to do that.
Right there you go. Yep.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's there's so much that. I mean, these people that just want to hang Blue on everything, they love this shit. And all you got to do,
Yeah.
I've posted my text messages with Rob Lowe, and fucking I've heard people are saying, "Oh, those are fake." No, they're not fucking fake. Fuck you. But
Oh,
that's all you got
wow.
to do is say, "Oh, that's fake," or "Oh, this happened." That's all. And then they accuse you of something and say you got to prove that it didn't happen. How the fuck do I prove something that didn't happen? If you're making the accusation, the burden of proof is on you. And then if you actually get a coherent thought together, I might respond to it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I agree. And okay, thinking back on this, I'm not saying that I caught everything that happened through this whole thing, but didn't Rob say a statement like something about he wouldn't show the face or something because it was
Right.
a deceased person? And then
I didn't see that.
maybe now that's a game changer since great grandma is alive.
I really don't know. I can't speak for Rob, and I've only talked to him today. So
Yeah, I've I haven't talked to him. Um yeah, the whole thing is so it's like a roller coaster, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
I mean, like I've seen great grandma. I remember reading her comments on like Christmas Day on Lou's channel, her
hmm
old channel, and like liking them and responding, and then the whole thing, and then hearing she died, and then my day stopped, and then now she's alive, and
my heart sank more today when I found out she was alive than when I was told she was dead. I mean, because we were expecting her to die because she kept saying, "Yeah, I'm in hospice," and then
yeah.
the last time I texted her, what was I texted her just to see how she was doing, and she said, "Hey, I'm going home." Um, she I don't remember her exact. I posted it. I don't remember her exact words, but I think she said Blue can fill you in or something. But I didn't even ask Blue to do that because it's none of my business, and I knew that it was upsetting to Blue. And
Yeah,
that was the
yeah.
last thing. The next day I found out she was dead.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's really got to be heart-wrenching for Blue. And then
It is.
she goes up on panel and is questioned left and right, and then she learns out she learns later. Sorry, I'm drinking wine, so I'm not sober right now.
Hey, more power to you. I just might grab a drink myself. I don't know. I've been trying to stay sober, but sometimes I think fuck it.
Oh, I hope I didn't wreck that.
No, 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 no. I'm not addicted to alcohol. Sometimes I just drink too fucking much on top of the pills that I am addicted to.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, everybody here probably has heard me fucked up out of my mind on panels. And then like the next day people go like, I can't believe you said that. I'm like, said what? And I don't remember a damn thing about it.
Oh,
And they're
really?
like, you said, ball gags and surprise anal. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me. But whatever. I
Oh,
said the same thing sober, but I'm just saying that yeah, I've been all fucked up on here a lot.
well, yeah, I'm drinking wine, so yeah, sorry if I
No, you're good.
not
You're
making
good.
sense, but that's my take on the whole great grandma thing. Is I myself didn't ever think it was a voice changer. I did see that video, and um I it's funny because my grandmother, when she died, she was 89, and she was better with computers than I was.
Hmm.
So Ryan's reasoning didn't really resonate with me very much, but
Right. Yeah, it didn't resonate with anybody that has common sense.
but maybe it's just because I suck with computers. I don't know. But but yeah, that I think the people, like most of us that have been around, our our day stopped when we heard about great grandma. Like I remember just the hairs on my body just went up, and I had to shut down my computer, and I left work once I heard. So it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
And I know it's a big deal to Blue. I heard it in her voice when she was on Ed's.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been completely torn up by this.
Mm-hmm.
And like I wasn't close to a great grandma, but I was, sad, and then I was asked to let everybody know, so I posted on both my Instagrams and came on here and did a short thing,
Yeah.
and I mean it's sad when most people, it's sad when they die.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've woken up thinking about great grandma. Like that's how much it's affected me. Like I've woken up and the first thing I've thought about is great grandma
Yeah. Yeah, it's
and her family.
that's the thing.
And
I don't know if you were listening earlier about the communication that was probably actually her, but we thought we were talking to two different people in her family.
yeah. Well, I'm not sure if I heard that, but I heard other streams where like there were other people texting saying
Hmm.
do this or don't do this or something like that.
And that's the thing they were saying. Like here, like I saw both sides of the messages, but most people saw one or the other, and more people I think saw the one where they were like, "Why is there a GoFundMe?" And they just didn't like it. But in the other communication, which seemed like two different people, they said, "Well, we don't need the money, but donate it to these charities," and they had a list of her favorite charities. So they
Yeah.
said, "Do that with the GoFundMe. Don't take it down. Just change where it goes." So I mean, these people are arguing back and forth, and because they don't have or want each other's phone numbers, I had to be the go-between for some of them. So I'm just transferring the information back and forth, and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't really want to do it," and then one side's trying to get me to say something bad about the other side, and I'm not going to do that either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the things that they were asking me and want me to say, I really, really did not know the answers to. And some things I did know the answers to, but it's none of their fucking business.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing too. I mean, the thing with Ryan, I watched his stream and I think it was Ed's stream where he just kept saying somebody's stream, how did she die? How did she die? How did
Hmm.
and um maybe it's a generation type of thing, but that's not something that you ask.
Right. And I
You
had
just
I
don't.
got irritated with him, and I posted all of our messages back and forth. He said I threatened him. That never happened. I never threatened him.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you're probably the same age as me. I just turned 50, but like
yeah, I'm 49 and a half.
okay, yeah, so like I mean, we've been to friends' funerals and stuff and like that's
Hmm.
not something you ask. You
Right.
just don't. But maybe the younger generation doesn't know that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, this is what happens when everybody gets a trophy. When we were
Yeah.
young, like you had to
Yeah.
earn whatever you wanted. If you wanted that trophy, you had to work hard and work for it. But now they
Right.
just give them out for showing up. So that's part of the problem. And
Mm-hmm.
Ryan is a special kind of stupid. I hate talking shit about somebody, but it's just true.
I don't
Yeah.
really know much about Ryan. I saw one catch of his where he got the guy to call the cops on himself, which was a really good catch.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, the video he did, I didn't press the like on it.
Well, I forget to do that a lot too. So I mean, it is what it is. It's
But
funny because like I'm modded like pretty much everywhere, and sometimes I'll be like, just out of habit to help the catch, be like, "Hey guys," usually what I'll say is, hit the like button, or I'm going to mail myself to your house and eat all the marshmallows out of your Lucky Charms. And then I say that, and then I realize that I haven't hit the like button. So then I have to tell Julie or whichever one of my mistresses are in the chat. I'll be like, "Oh, I forgot to hit the like. I need punished." You know.
Eat the marshmallows out of your Lucky Charms.
Well, yeah. Don't that piss you off when somebody does that?
Hell yeah! Don't do that.
Yeah. Or like, one of my favorites is, hit the like, or I'm gonna steal all of your left socks. Just stupid shit.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, I am very happy to hear great grandma is okay.
I don't know. I mean, she's got to have some kind of like mental thing because I believe it was her the entire time on that phone after she supposedly died. Whether it was her or her family, it would have been a real good time to say, "Hey, idiot, she's not dead."
Well, yeah, especially to Blue,
Right.
because I know it that stopped my day, and the next day when I woke up, that's the first thing I thought about was great grandma and her family.
Mhm.
It hit a lot of us hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it was unnecessary grief and trauma.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad she's okay. It just is
Yeah,
weird.
I'm glad she's alive too, but it just, I've got people coming at me saying, "Oh, you were her voice, or you did that," and it never. I'm like, "Fuck you."
Oh, because of Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, even though it's been debunked, people still say that kind of shit. So
That was so ridiculous. His video, in my opinion, because okay, he was sorry, Ryan. I do like you if you're listening, but it was so many stretches, and so many levels of like, okay, now this lady has a voice changer at the ready at all points
all
in
times,
time.
yeah.
It come on.
And we have different accents and we talk at different speeds.
Yeah.
I mean, you can speed yourself up temporarily and just keep going, but how do you keep that up for very long conversation? You know what I mean? It was so stupid.
Yeah, that is. And I bet this has affected everybody.
It has.
It really has. I mean, like, not just me as a viewer, like, I'm not huge in this community. My channel, I do like candle reviews,
Oh, really?
and some.
I make candles.
Oh, do you really? That's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
I do candle reviews, and I have some guns. Like candle guns is my channel, but like,
Wow. Are you married?
no, I'm not married.
Are you looking? Because I think I love you already.
Okay, well,
I will need you to sign a waiver and a non-disclosure agreement.
well, I tell people I will date once road construction is finished on I-25, which will probably never happen.
Right.
I'm in Colorado, actually, like not far from Tommy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But like on the opposite side of the state of Constantine. Is that how you say his name? Constantine? Yeah. I'm in northern Colorado. I think Constantine is in southern Colorado.
Okay. Colorado is beautiful. I've been there a few times and done, I love the outdoors. I like hiking, and Colorado is actually where I got rescued off of a side of a mountain by a helicopter which it's not really as dramatic as it sounds. You know, when you say, "Oh, a helicopter rescued me," it sounds really dramatic, but it wasn't that big of a deal, really.
That's actually not uncommon. There's a place called Gray Rock around here where people go hiking a lot, and people get rescued from the canyon around there because they get lost and it gets dark, and yeah,
Hmm.
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. It. What happened to me was, I mean, this was in the early '90s. You know, before everybody got spoiled with GPS, and you actually had to know how to read a map and figure
Yeah,
out where the hell you're at without any gadgetry except a compass. Um, you know, so I you know, knew I wasn't lost, but what had happened was there was they had a lot of rain and there was a big washout. So
wow.
I had to detour around that. Well, they didn't know that there had been a washout. Because it happened like the day before and just nobody knew it.
Yeah,
And I was pretty, I mean, I'm cocky now, but I was cockier back then. And you're supposed to, when you sign in to do those hikes, you were supposed to write down like your skill level, which I had the, you know, the high, I really did have the highest skill level. But you're also supposed to check in like every station so that if you disappear, they know where you know, between where you disappeared at.
yeah, yeah,
And like I didn't worry about it because one of them was like way off the trail, and I didn't feel like detouring, so I didn't check in. And because I had to detour around that washout, I got way off the trail out of because you just couldn't go where the trail was at.
mm-hmm.
And I wound up fucking up my leg. Like I twisted up my knee and my ankle pretty bad, and I couldn't walk.
Oh no.
So, and I was fine. I had plenty of water around me, and I was able to get to uh, fairly dry firewood. You know, you just cut the outside off and you can burn. So I was
Yeah.
good. I had plenty of fire. I had food. I was okay, but I was stuck in one spot for days. And then they
Holy
realized
shit.
that I didn't check in.
For
Right.
days?
Yeah. Well, the thing that, you know, the worst part about it for me was boredom because I had plenty of food. You know, there was
Right.
no cell phones back then. I mean, there were, but they
Yeah,
weighed 50
yeah.
pounds. And you know, so I'm just out there. I'm off the trail, so like nobody's gonna see me. So you know, had I been out there, you know, like weeks, I would have been in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like I had access to plenty of fresh water that I could boil, you know, and whatever. So I was good. And you can go a long time without food if you have to.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was able to find like I'd already started stocking up on pine nuts and crap like that. And you can always find grub worms. You know, it sounds gross, but they're really not that bad
Mm-hmm.
if you pull the heads in the anyway. You know, so I wasn't going to starve. I wasn't going to die of dehydration. I had shelter with, you know, a tarp with me for shelter, so I was good. But I was stuck there, and when they realized that I was gone, they thought that I was like under that big washout. Um,
Yeah.
so
Oh, okay.
they did send people, but they were looking in the wrong spot. And like I'd seen planes and stuff going around, and I had a signal mirror, I had all that stuff. You know, I'm trying to signal planes. Nobody saw me, and I was able to like make a crutch and kind of get around that way. It just sucked real bad,
Wow.
and yeah. So I mean, I was okay, and I had a wood pile set up with pine boughs. That way, my idea was if a plane looked like it could see the flames or the smoke, I was going to light that up real quick because um, pine sap is real flammable.
Yeah.
And so I gathered up a bunch of that and fat wood so that it would go up quick. And then I was going to throw the pine boughs on top to make smoke. And I also had an orange t-shirt with me that I figured if I ever lost or hurt, I would just put that on. I wound up not put it on. I wound up making a flag out of it and throwing some paracord up over a branch and raise that high. And that's
Yeah.
actually what they saw.
Wow.
Uh,
Wait.
so
So was this in the Pooter Canyon,
no, it was oh gosh dang it.
or was it? more like Colorado Springs? So like
It
what?
was close. Yeah, it wasn't far. I went through Colorado Springs to get to it.
Oh, like 11 Mile Canyon, maybe?
Yeah, that actually sounds familiar. Like I know that I've been on a Mile Canyon, but I
That's a
have
good.
TBI, so my memory is fucked up. Like I can't remember dates or names a lot of time.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I
I
I've
get
had a bunch
that.
of concussions and it fucked up my brain, so I can't
Okay. Yeah.
remember things.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good trout fishing
Yeah.
there
Yes.
and pike.
I stayed at Fort Carson, and they've got some. I don't remember the names of the little lakes they have there, but they're all named after birds.
Yeah.
And Fort
Yeah.
Fort Carson has some awesome, awesome trout, man, big suckers.
Yeah. 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 Um, that's something we do good here in Colorado is camp fish and cook our fish when we camp.
Hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Well, I'm glad you got rescued. That's really
Well,
scary.
yeah. Like I saw an airplane that looked like, the way it was banking, it looked like it was going around looking, either just looking at the mudslide or looking for me maybe. And
Yeah.
what they actually saw, because I didn't see the plane at first, what they had seen that orange T-shirt that I'd put up in the tree. They saw that first because it was kind of windy and blowing it around, and they saw that. Then I saw the plane, and they were kind of coming towards me. I'm like, oh, cool. So I fired up that fire and got it going, and then, like they rocked their wings back and forth to let me know they saw me. Like no
Oh,
no place for a plane to land out there. So I'm like, all right, somebody will be coming. I didn't expect a freaking helicopter, but that's other than hiking for a couple of days to get to me and then having to pull me out on a stretcher. Yeah, they just sent the helicopter and got me out of there.
wow.
So, like I said, it wasn't really all that dramatic, but I mean,
Well, yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but that is kind of usual in Colorado. You
hmm
know, uh, that people are rescued like that. But I'm glad you got through that because a lot of people don't make it.
that's the
Um,
thing. People panic and they do all the wrong things, and
yep.
people think they know how to do things they don't. It's like people that say, "Oh, I know how to make a fire by rubbing two sticks together." Yeah, try it, motherfucker. Tell me how
Yeah.
that goes. You can do it, but you got to practice it a lot. And it's not my. I know how to do it, but it's not my first. I carry a Bic lighter, a Zippo, uh,
Hmm.
yeah, a ferro rod, which is my favorite to start a fire with, and storm matches. You want to have at least three different ways to make fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. I respect people that know how to survive with that kind of stuff. Like that's very important to know, especially
Hmm.
if you live in a place like Colorado, where you can, especially the wintertime, just run off the road and end up where people don't even know where you are and
Right,
there's no cell signal.
right. I carry all kinds of stuff in my vehicle, especially in the wintertime. Because it's like you said, you get trapped out in the country somewhere, nobody knows where the hell you're at. Your
Yep.
cell phone battery goes dead because you don't have a charge. Whatever.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I always make sure I have two daughters and I always make sure that they carry tow lines, like the tow straps. Because my parents have a couple of houses up in Steamboat,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
and so they make that trek all the time, and just to make sure, like, if one of them runs off the road, that they have a tow strap to for someone to tow them out. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, I carry a log chain and straps. So yeah, I get it. I have a 4-wheel drive, and you know, like my entire driving life, once I started making good money, I've had fast cars or 4-wheel drives or both.
Mm-hmm.
It's either going to do a quarter mile in under 12 seconds, or it's going to be able to pull a car out of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 exactly. Exactly. It's good to have a proper bag um with stuff that hopefully you won't need, but it's there in case you need it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's comforting to know that. I mean, think about it. If you're driving somewhere and it's 10 degrees outside with God knows what kind of wind chill, and you slide off the road and then run out of gas, or just your car just is too fucked up to run, you have not very long before you freeze to death if you don't do something.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, oh my gosh. Okay, so one of my daughters told me recently that a candle will raise the temperature like 3 degrees or something like that.
Hmm.
And one of the things my YouTube channel is known for is uh that I bought. This is so crazy. I don't know what I was thinking. I was working too much and just working from home and just like going on a break and just like buying a bunch of candles. I bought these candles. They're discontinued, but they're 256-ounce candles. They're
Wow,
2 gallon candles.
that's
And my
yeah,
basement is full of them.
wow,
Each one's like $250. I didn't pay that much for each candle, but I burned through a lot of them, which is actually not good for your house. Like it's not good for the paint or your furnace or anything like that.
right,
But I've been thinking like, and they have these electronic lighters too. I don't know if you've seen those, but I've thought about it like, okay, I'll put one of those 2 gallon candles in each of my girls' trucks with an electronic lighter, that just works on batteries, and it's like 7 wicks, and that thing will be lit for like a month, those
wow,
candles.
that's pretty damn cool.
But they are scented, so it'll be like pumpkin pie for a month or two.
Well, I mean, some of them scents are just annoying to me, but some of them are, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had one my kids got me. It said it smelled like whiskey and cigars, but it did smell really good, but it didn't smell like whiskey or cigars.
Oh, okay. Well, a common theme is tobacco that they have in like wax melts.
Right,
Um, that's not really my scene. I'm more into the fruity and sweet stuff, but
right. Yeah, but you're a nice, sweet girl, and I'm a manly man, So
I did melt some wax the other day that was called gunpowder and lead,
hmm.
but thank goodness it didn't smell like that, because and I said it on one of my videos, was like, this is good. It didn't actually smell like gunpowder, because then it'd be heavy
Oh, I like the
sulfur.
smell of gunpowder.
Yeah,
I tell you
like
what,
heavy sulfur and and then metal, and I have smelled some metal scents, but yeah.
I tell you what, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. All right, I'm really glad you came on. You're very interesting to me. And
Oh,
something I was going to say about the candles is I taught when Tikoi lived with me. I taught her how to make candles, and she started making them for everybody. So I
Oh,
mean, it's
really?
just a cool, it's just a cool thing you can do to make
Yeah.
them yourself and give them out as gifts or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. Well, th- I got a candle in the mail today. I haven't ordered candles in years, actually. Um, but I got one in the mail today that uh blew me away. The scent wise, it's a candle brand I've never ordered before.
Hmm.
Um, it's called the candle brand name is called A Cheerful Giver, and I guess it's a company that like the people that they employ people that have special needs or something like that, do Wix. I wanted to try the company for a while, and I just ordered it off of eBay, but I got it in the mail, and I actually typed it in the chat because you've been live for a while, and I was like,
Hmm.
oh my gosh. And this candle is it's strong. The scent is orange clove, and
Interesting.
yeah, so I'm gonna do a review on that, but the cold scent on it, it totally blew me away. The whole first level of my house smelled like orange clove.
Hmm. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you like that kind of thing, then more power to you. But I just don't like there are certain smells like some lavender is okay, but like the synthetic lavender, it gives me a headache.
Yeah,
And I tell
yeah.
you what, when I checked myself into rehab, and this was years ago, and like you had to sign up. I signed up for every class that they asked us to take because the program I was on. If you take all the classes and act like a good boy, you can like graduate early. But I was
Mhm.
there voluntarily, so I could leave technically anytime I wanted to anyway. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm there, and they do give you stuff to for your nerves and to kind of help keep you from wanting to kill yourself. And they get this class I took was aromatherapy, and
Yeah.
this girl was like, what was I think it was lemon or what I don't remember what it was now, but freaking like I like hippie chicks, but she was like too much of a hippie, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
she was
yeah.
just kind of
Liberal
annoying, but
hippie, the
anyway, I'm a chronic pain patient, right? And she was like, "Oh, you're a chronic pain patient. Have you tried sniffing lemon?" I'm like, "Have you tried sniffing OxyContin?" And it just sound it seemed like total bullshit to me, and like none of it works for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but
No,
yeah,
you're fine. You're fine. I
I
make fun of
get
myself all the
it.
time.
Yeah, like, you know what? Fuck you.
Hmm. It just seems so stupid to me because I'm not into
Yeah.
like the new age. That was what was about. Like she was like new age kind of hippie, and it just annoys the shit out of me. And yeah, and I was
That
like
kind
already
of stuff
grumpy.
pisses me off too.
Yeah, that time I
So
actually
sorry.
you're fine. You're fine. I like I don't care if I like making people laugh even if it's at my own expense. I don't care. I make fun of myself more than anybody. But that particular rehab, I actually escaped because you had to give them 20. If you wanted to leave, you could leave, but you had to give 24 hours notice. But I was like, fuck that. And some guys were out playing basketball, and I just pretended like I was going to go play basketball with them, and just they had a really short fence. I just hopped over it and took off. They
Yeah.
didn't
Well,
like I was there
I have
voluntarily. I wasn't there
to
by court
like
order or
I mean, if it's not doing any good, like, why would you put up with these people? They don't know what they don't know, you know?
exactly. And most of the people that worked there were really cool. They had an actual chef that cooked for us. The food was great. The way they treated us was great. I just I mean I checked myself in, but it was just to shut up other people. I wasn't really in it for myself. And if you're not in it for yourself, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
and so I wound up escaping and making my way home. which was another trip because like I thought that they were really going to be looking for me, which I guess they did. Because when I got back home, my cell phone, they called me and to see if I was all right.
Well,
But-
it says a lot if they weren't worried, you know?
well, I mean, I was 40 miles from home, or like 45 miles from home, and didn't have my cell phone. And most of the people that I would normally call if I needed a ride were not going to fucking help me escape from rehab because they wanted me there.
Yeah.
So and every time I see a cop, like I think that they're actively after me, like I not like with dogs or whatever, but like I was doing all this evasive shit and being in withdrawals at the same time and hurting like hell. It just sucked pretty bad, but yeah, I do a lot of James Bond shit and make my way home. And
Well, if they thought you were a threat to others or yourself, there would have been a manhunt, you know?
right, I mean, just for their liability, you would think so. But like even when I came home, I thought, well, they're gonna like send cops here or something after me. But well, I wasn't court ordered, you know, I was there voluntarily, so like nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I wound up coming home, and then I realized I should have stayed, and I'm just confused. And like before I went to rehab, I had deleted all of my dealers out of my phone, which I mean, I know where most of them live, so it would be a real problem to find them. But
Yeah.
I wound up kicking it cold turkey without any help for a while, you know, and eventually
That's
relapsed like addicts do.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it sounds like you're doing well now, though.
I like the last few months, I've been relatively sober, but here, I don't know, a month or so ago, I went on another week-long bender, and right now I'm just taking like just enough painkillers to be mobile, not going nuts on them, and like one Ambien doesn't usually put me out, but I've been trying to just take one Ambien at night and not getting, because what I'll do is it doesn't matter what I start on, whether I start on alcohol and I haven't done cocaine in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I make more jokes about cocaine than I actually do it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter what I start getting fucked up on, whether it's pills or alcohol or coke. I'll sit there and start getting fucked up, and then I'll be like, you know, I'm not fucked up enough, so I do more, and then I decide I'm not the right kind of fucked up, so I do something else, and then I wind up eventually mixing a bunch of different kinds of pills and alcohol, and yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Oh, yeah. So I guess you are not sober, and then you don't make the best decisions when you're not sober.
Oh yeah, I wake up in fucked up places. I met a nice Amish family one time because I woke up in their barn, but yeah, it makes for fun stories to tell later on. But when the shit's going on, you could really get in a lot of trouble, you know.
Oh, that's funny. Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've talked about this before, but like I'll be on Locksmith Stream and just be completely fucked up. But sometimes people say, you know, like your words weren't even slurred, so you didn't really sound fucked up. And so other times I
Yeah.
nod off in the mid sentence. But yeah, they'll hit me up the next day and they'll be like, man, I can't believe you said that. And I'm like, what said what? And they're like, you know, the blah blah blah, whatever I said. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me. I would probably have said the same thing sober, but yeah, I don't remember, so I could say some fucked up shit and not know I did it.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I can relate a little bit. I mean, not completely, but a little bit. I've gotten too drunk before with my
No,
dog. Like my dog doesn't drink. Don't get me wrong. He's a great
it's okay.
Dane.
Yeah. Oh man.
He's a great Dane. But I've woken up sometimes where I'm like, what in the fuck did we do last night
Oh yeah.
with my dog? Yeah, because like
Well, that's the
sometimes
thing. Like, I don't really get on Discord anymore, but like, I'd be all fucked up and talking to people on Discord or text messages, and I have to go through my phone to see like what the fuck I did last night. And then I see some of the shit that I said. I'm like, oh man, they're gonna love that. You know, I don't delete anything, you know, but
yeah, like sometimes I will drink too much and I will get the courage to take my dog out. That's my thing because I've heard rumors about my dog. I didn't raise
Hmm.
him. He's a rescue. And when I get courage, I'm like, fuck it. We're going on a walk and then we will run and oh gosh, like
So you're basically blaming the dog on anything you may or may not have done. I get it.
well he may have a history, I don't know, of biting other dogs. And so it freaks me out. So when I take him out, it's in the middle of the night. He has rushed other dogs before and I've called him back and he has dragged me on the ground before. But yeah, that's when I get the courage to go out is with my dog in the middle of the night after I've been drinking. So yeah.
I get it.
I
Yeah, I
confess.
do.
I'm
Yeah,
confessing.
I do fucked up things that. I mean, yeah, I do them when I'm fucked up, but really, I would do them sober too. I would just
Yeah.
be like more careful about who sees me.
Yeah. I'm not really around people that much.
I'm not either. That's like I live on moving out right now, but I have a big 3-bedroom house by myself, and um, I just totally lost my train of thought, and I'm not even on pills yet because I'm trying to hook up my phone to my portable battery. But what the fuck was I saying? Probably nothing.
We were talking about going out or not going out.
Oh
But
yeah, I
when you
was saying
do,
that
no one sees you.
COVID didn't really affect me because I already self isolate and avoid humans at all costs.
Yeah.
You know, and like I don't like to be fucked up around people. I just don't because I don't like I don't like. I mean, most people say that I'm easy to get along with when I'm like that, and like I do funny shit to make people laugh. But when I don't remember what the fuck I did, it's like I just don't want to be around people because like I'm afraid I could do something that could put them in jeopardy of going to jail or whatever. But yeah, so I just try to get fucked up by myself.
Yeah.
You know, when Tico was living here, I wasn't getting fucked up near as much because I just didn't want to be fucked up around her.
Oh, I didn't know you guys lived together or even knew each other.
Well, it like we were just really good friends, and she had her own bedroom and stuff.
That's cool.
Um, she just she just needed a place to live, and she had like a week's notice, and like she knew that I had this big house to myself, and she said, "Hey, can I stay with you for a month or two?" It turned into longer, but I was cool with it. I didn't care.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah. It's just me, my dog, and my girls. But my daughters, they're getting an apartment together, and they're gonna take the dog. So
Mm.
it's going to be
Well, you
a
know, after the
change.
28th, I have no idea where I'm gonna live. I haven't even thought about it. So technically, I'll be homeless after the 28th.
Oh no.
I might come and see you and sponge off you.
Well, if
Not
you
really. I wouldn't really sponge off you, but
no, I mean, if you need a place to stay, uh,
I'm joking. I don't really like I'm not really fishing for a place to live.
okay. Well, I can't see a a friend on the street,
Hmm.
but
No,
but
I'll be all right. I can live in the woods. I just haven't like I have places that I could go. I just really I just don't care. I don't know. Maybe I'll get an RV and fucking travel the country. I don't know what the
okay.
fuck I'm gonna do.
So listen. Do you know how to get an RV? the,
Yeah.
but the YouTube way, the IP2 way. What you do is you contact Casey Content God on IP2. You ask him for an RV because he's been handing out RVs to everybody. Like, have you seen Andy Dick lately on
Yeah,
IP2?
yeah, he's got some
And
problems.
that's how Chicken Andy got his RV, and
Hmm.
all of those guys. So contact Casey Content God, get an RV, get on IP2 and go live, and you've got an RV.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, I might check that out. It'd be worthwhile. I
I'm
I
not
just don't
joking.
really want to
Like,
meet Andy Dick in person. I just think that I would probably knock him out.
well, it doesn't mean you have to meet Andy Dick, but everybody's using Andy Dick recently for content, but
Yeah.
that's how everybody's getting RVs from IP2 is contact Casey.
Huh. Yeah, I have to check that out. That'd be interesting.
And oh gosh, I don't want to, I hope this doesn't sound disrespectful to you, Bill. But
Don't worry. Just say it. Don't worry about it.
okay, if you do drugs, Casey will be more. Sorry, my dog's barking. Casey would be more into giving you an RV because it's more content. I'm not
Well, that's the thing is I like when I yeah,
that's
I wouldn't.
IP2 for you. You know, like they want to see drugs, they want to see RVs, they want to see fights, they want to see it all. And I'm not
Well,
saying
so far I
go
qualify
that
for all of it.
road, but
I can already tell your dog don't like me. That's a no-go for you.
oh,
That's see the only phobia I have. Like I'm not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid of spider. I can be like down in crawl spaces in a confined space with bugs crawling all over me. Doesn't bother me. But dogs, big dogs, especially if they're like if they look at me or jump on me, I just I don't remember it. But my mom said that I was attacked by a big dog when I was a little kid. Like I don't have like any massive scars from it or anything, and I don't remember it happening. But that's got to be why, because I'm not afraid of anything else.
oh wow, that's crazy. I've been attacked by dogs twice, but I'm not afraid of them. Same thing with spiders. I've been bitten by these crazy spiders in Mexico, but I'm not scared
Oof.
of spiders. But snakes and rodents, I will not do.
Oh, I love snakes.
My dog Andre was looking out the window and barking. That's why he was barking. It wasn't.
I do that all the time too.
but yeah, I mean, it can't hurt. Contact Casey and just be like, dude, I need an RV. What's up?
I mean, it's worth a shot. Worst they can do is say no. You know.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't ask, the only answer is no.
That is correct.
Well, it was very nice to meet you, Bill, and I should probably let you go. I probably bored everybody.
I didn't. No, I thought you didn't bore me. I think you're very interesting.
Well, I think you are very sweet, and I'm so glad you made it out of the Colorado mountains okay. And if you need anything, let me know. Sub to my channel.
I will. I will definitely check it out. Oh well, shit, you're not modded. But if somebody else knows her channel and wants to drop her link in the chat, go ahead and drop it because I want to check it out myself. Do you have Instagram?
I do, but if I dropped my Insta, I would dox myself. Oh.
No, I don't want you to drop your Insta. I want you to message me and give me your channel link. That way, I know that I got the right one.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My dog Andre's barking because the dog next door is barking. Andre, no.
No, he wants to eat me. I can tell.
These people just moved in next door, and they have a little dog, and Andre, no. And anyway, so what is your Instagram?
My personal one is Bill fucking Powell, BILFKNPOWELL.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I will send you a message then.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, send me a link to your channel. That way I know I got the right one.
Yeah, of course.
Right
Yeah.
on. Well, thank you. Appreciate you. I'm glad we got to have a conversation with somebody that wasn't fucking drama related.
Oh,
I really don't want my
yeah,
channel to be about that.
yeah. My heart goes out to Blue. And you know how I feel about the great grandma thing, but you know, I'm not like losing my mind or anything like that. If you go on YouTube and just like search sheepdog 2-gallon candle, my
Sheepdog 2-gallon candle. See, my memory, because of
channel will show
the
up.
TBI, my memory sucks. So, but yeah, I definitely want to check it out.
Cool. Okay, well, have a good night, and you are a sweetheart.
No, that's a filthy rumor that I will deny to the end.
Well, I think you're a sweetheart, and I hope you have a good night. And I'm really happy you went live and let us know that Gigi is alive.
Yeah, I mean, I put it out there that she's dead, so it's only right that I put it out there that she's not, you know?
Yeah, well, it shook me.
All right, well, I do appreciate you coming on. Come back sometime.
I will for sure, Bill.
Right on. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Oh, let's see what you perverts are saying in the chat. You people are all perverts, and I am both ashamed and proud of you all at the same time. Hey, what's up, Kodiak? Wait till you read the chat. Yeah, I'm checking it out now. Yeah, Bick, I just might move to Colorado. I got no place else to be. Come on, you guys know me. I like to chat it up with the ladies a little bit. I can't mod right now, Kodiak, because I'm gonna have to do like another special stream just to mod people again because I just can't do it when I'm on StreamYard. I tell you what, if I hop off of here, I don't know, is Donnie Two Hands in here? Because I need to wrench him too. I'm only modding people that that I know personally and have had conversations with. Yes, Bick, I am gonna have awesome dreams tonight if I can get to sleep. Was I that bad? I mean, I know I was openly hitting on her, but all right, you're all perverts, every one of you, and I couldn't be more proud to have you as friends. Yes, Kodiak, if you're not mod, I can't even tell by looking here who's modded and who's not. But yeah, I will. The scratch intent ones. Oh, that's funny. Well, I tell you what, guys. How about if I stop this stream and then hop right back on without StreamYard, and then I'll hand out a couple of wrenches. Sound all right? You guys want to do that? But I don't want to be on here for a long time. Oh, unless somebody wants to come up, then I have to keep StreamYard on. Does somebody want to come up? Maybe we'll do the mod thing another time. I'll just notify everybody when it's going to happen. I don't even know why I'm like, I don't want, I just want to like stop streaming right now, but people are saying they want to come up. I'll have them up. Kid nurse. uh, I hope that nobody in the chat is allergic to latex. You feel me? Kodiak, Jenny T says that she can't go up. I don't know if you can't see her or what, but she said she can't come up. I don't have a second device. No, actually I do have another uh, cell phone now with a complete different number, because once this one dies, I'm just disappearing from all social media. I'm not transferring any of my social media, no YouTube, nothing to that other number. I'm just going to create a new life. So when this phone is done, I just might throw it in the river. But yeah, I'm just going to disappear. Yeah, Beck, you know how I like popping them cherries, man, and being the first. You are actually, Bick is actually the first Asian Australian that I've ever had the pleasure of um, let's just call it coercion. We'll leave it at that. All right, if you all are done hooking me up with various ladies of the community, which I do appreciate, by the way, but I got it. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'll just do it now to get it over with. I'll jump off of here, and then I'll jump back on without StreamYards. Then I can hand out a couple of wrenches. And again, if I've never had a like a voice conversation with you, I'm not gonna mod you. No offense if I don't mod somebody, but and if somebody comes in here begging for a wrench, ain't gonna happen. All right, I'm gonna get off of here and I'll jump right back on without StreamYard, and we'll hand out some wrenches. All right, what's this button do? Vic, yes, if you put on a dress, I would 100% date you. As long as you promise not to press charges later and you sign the proper forms, yeah. All right, I'll be right back, kids.